I hone your abilities. I equip you with the most powerful mechs I can create. I even give you a giant sandwich. And you still disappoint me. I'm a compassionate man.
That shell looks like trouble.
Hold on a second. Sonic! I think that thing in Eggman's hand
Gone! Eggman's shell is gone.
That was a mistake.
Whatever. When is it a mistake to take your toys away?
When it's the only thing keeping 6 angry Zeti from controlling my mechs, you moronic hedgehog!
Strike, brothers! Make the fool pay for our abuse and enslavement.
Shiver me timbers!
I hate to run away from a fight, Tails, but I don't want to see you get fried.
Not getting fried would be nice.
Orbot! Killbot! We are leaving!
Oh man, I should have listened to you, Tails.
Oh, you think?
Hey, what's up everyone? Koban456 here today, doing another news update on Sonic Lost World for the Nintendo Wii U and 3DS. So yesterday, Sonic Boom was happening, and there was a new trailer and the English cutscene of the recent cutscene that we've seen lately. And today we have the footage right here. And one of the cool things about this new trailer is that there's finally another new zone that has been revealed. And it is an aquatic zone. And as you can see right here, it actually looks a lot like a mine because you see Sonic hopping from rail to rail. And he's kind of homing attacking into like carts full of like gold and stuff like that. So I'm hoping it's not like aquatic mine or anything like that, even though you could technically say it's like an aquatic mine. But actually, with a lot of the grinding sections around there in the stage, they actually remind me a lot of Sonic Colors Aquarium Park, which is actually a really good thing in my opinion, because that is my second favorite water world I've ever played in a video game, right after Hydro City Zone. So I'm really excited about this. I hope they have some 3D water sections, because we've seen in the Sonic series that you know, there are a few, you know, like they're water sections, but they're only 2D. We've never seen them 3D just yet. So I would love to see, you know, Sonic running underwater in 3D doing parkour. And who knows, it would be awesome if you could like use a parkour or something like that to where now Sonic can actually swim or something like that. Like, I don't know, that's just something I randomly thought of, but you know, I highly doubt they will. But wouldn't it be awesome to see, you know, Sonic like in water or something like that, and if you hold the parkour like buttons or whatever, he actually swims underwater. Then it would really show Tails being useless. And speaking of Tails being useless, well, in one way in this trailer, we can see in the new English cutscene of the cutscene that we saw in Japanese before, but this time it's actually the full cutscene, so we get to see what exactly transpires, why the Deadly Six actually betrayed Eggman. And the funny thing is that, well, I wouldn't say it's technically betraying them, because from what we see right here, Eggman's using this like conch shell or something like that to control like the Deadly Six. I don't know, I guess it's just his way, or like it's powerful enough to, you know, have power over the Deadly Six. I don't know, mind control or anything like that, but basically he uses that to have power over the Deadly Six. And what appears, you know, to be a pretty big bombshell, Sonic decides to go ahead and kick the shell out of Eggman's hand, and that's what causes the Deadly Six to take control of Eggman's robots and send them against them. So it's funny because most of the time we've seen, you know, in the Sonic series that whenever Eggman loses control of, you know, like the monsters he, you know, controls, or like has to do his evil biddings, they always just randomly all of a sudden just betray him or whatever. It doesn't really explain how or why they do. But in this, we actually see that it wasn't Eggman, it was Sonic that caused this. It's just like, wow, Sonic's clumsiness, well, not really clumsiness, but his eagerness to do something and assuming things way too quickly actually backfires against them. And it's just kind of like, whoa, that's actually kind of, I don't know, it's pretty, like I said, a bombshell. It's just like, you really didn't expect anything like that in this. And I don't know, let me know what you all think in the comments below. And you know, I would love to hear your thoughts about it. I think it's actually a really cool twist in the story, because we've never really had a twist like this in the Sonic story, to where, you know, it's like Sonic's fault because an enemy or like a monster's betray Eggman. I think that's a really cool, you know, interesting twist in the, you know, plot. And I would love to see more, actually. But one thing I actually do want to talk about, it's really minor nitpicking, but is it just me, or does Roger Craig Smith sound really, really weird in this cutscene? I don't know. Like, we've heard his voice in, you know, other games, and, you know, it's a bit, you know, his voice is a bit deeper and stuff like that, and, you know, it sounds like Sonic, but for some reason here, in this cutscene, his voice acting sounds different. It sounds a bit weird or like cheesy or something. I can't exactly put my finger on it. Like, it has a different sound to his voice. I don't know if it's just me. Let me know in the comments below. Personally, it's something that I hear that bothers me, actually. I don't know why, and, you know, I mean, I think Roger Craig Smith does a great job with Sonic's voice. You know, I've always thought he does a great job. But it's just something about his voice in this cutscene. It sounds really weird. I hope it's not just me. If it is just me, let me know in the comments below, but something about it just sounds a bit different compared to his usual voice acting for Sonic in the previous Sonic games. But that, and then also another thing that, you know, we actually got to see is that Cubot, yes, some people were like, you didn't mention that Cubot and Orbot are back in the, you know, Sonic Lost World. And I had already known, because, you know, they had already kind of confirmed this before in, like, an article, but I guess I should have, you know, said it anyway. It's kind of cool that we actually get to see, you know, Cubot is still kind of kooky, and he's just like, "Arr, shiver me timbers." He kind of has those random, you know, mood changes. So it's cool to see that back. And then also another thing I noticed in the trailer, which someone actually pointed out to me on Twitter. Big thanks to, I believe his name is Richard or something like that. I'll link his Twitter in the description below. He actually told me to look in the back, and you can actually see 2 of the Deadly 6 are like blacked out, and they apparently have like magic wands in their hands. So maybe they're using these wands or something to actually control, you know, the robots. I don't know what exactly they do, but it's funny how they're blacked out. Like, did anyone else notice that? It's kind of weird, because we saw them before, you know, they were full of color and all that stuff, and then now all of a sudden they have, you know, they're just like blacked out. So who knows? Maybe, maybe what happens, like, as you further progress in the story or something like that, the Deadly 6 lose their color or something like that. I don't know, that's just something I randomly thought of, but it's kind of weird that they're black all of a sudden, if you know what I mean. But, you know, just random speculation, that's basically it. And then also we have 2 new pictures of Sonic Lost World for the 3DS, showing off the new, well, kind of like the snow stage in the game. I guess it's probably Frozen Factory. Really not sure if the 3DS and Wii U version share the exact same stages. I know they're supposed to have different level design and different wisps, but I don't know if it's exactly, you know, like, you know, if they have different stages or whatever, different stage names. But from what we see in the pictures right there, we see Sonic, you know, on a snowboard, so kind of like the Adventure Days. And then also we see a new wisp right here, which actually looks like a rock wisp or something, to where he just slams into the ground and does like a ginormous, you know, wave of, I don't know, energy or something like that, or like a, I don't know, like a quake or something, to where he's like breaking all these blocks that are, you know, kind of like near him. So, new wisp, Looking forward to seeing what exactly it does and all that stuff, but from what it looks like right here, it looks pretty awesome. Who knows, maybe it's going to replace the block or the cube wisp from Sonic Colors. I think that would be pretty interesting, like have some different abilities, but you know, still kind of be similar to the cube ability. I don't know. But anyway, that about wraps it up for this news update. So, thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more vids, walkthroughs, and updates. If you did enjoy the video, like I said, keep on, you know, liking the news updates, and I'll make sure to keep on uploading them. And if I do see any more clear footage of the trailers, or, you know, the cutscene or anything like that on YouTube, I'll most likely just upload them, you know, separately, so that, you know, since I won't really have to do another news update again, it's just that I'll upload them again and in higher quality. So, yeah, just stay tuned for that, and, yeah, thanks again for watching. See you all. Have a good day. Peace, Cobonermites!